Greetings all, Frog here. Let's play Factorio Factorissimo. I think we need to crack some heavy oil. So we're gonna go to our fracking location, or cracking location rather. That's light oil. I'd like to get heavy oil in here. It'll be at that level, it won't work, so we'll get to bring it through here, which is fine. Oh, we can't bring it through there, can we? We can bring it through here, I hope. Yes, we can. Fantastic. Bring it down right to there. That should be enough to bring it in. Yes, okay. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to set heavy oil to crack into light oil up here. Because water doesn't matter. You can bring water as far as you need to. There you go. I don't know what way it's going to have to go. Figure that out in a moment. It worked! Amazing. I don't know how many of these we want to actually turn on, but... That's going to take 4 heavy oil every 3 seconds. Every 5 seconds. So right now that would be 20, or 4 a second. If I did that. I don't know if I want to do that. I suppose I could just use the recipe to figure this stuff out. I'm producing 1 every 5 seconds. That doesn't seem like a good idea. If I use 1, if I'm using 4 to 5, that leaves 1 left over, actually. What does this need? 1. Okay, that's fair. So we're going to be using all of our heavy oil if I do this. Which makes sense, because we don't need a bunch of heavy oil. In this game, it doesn't really do anything for us. So then we do this. All of a sudden, we're going to have a lot more light oil. So... this will never be a problem. It looks better. It's continually working. Cracks 3 down to 2. This goes 4 down to 3. Yeah. So these 4 feed these directly. So we're actually at a net 0 now for light oil. So where we are is where we're going to stay, or it's actually going to get worse. I did not want to go in there. I think what we need to do, we need to start putting these into requester chests and letting them flow, you know what I mean? Because we are going to want to ship this pretty much everywhere eventually, so that's what we're going to do. It's just so they continually run. But it's still not going to be enough. I'm producing 6 heavy oil every 5 seconds, so it's about 1 to 1. And I still have 1 more plant I could set down, which I should just do. I should just put it in here, so at least it's in here. But it's backward, right? So I don't even know how you begin to move it around, so just leave it there. That's all monument. Alright, so they're working, they just don't work fast, that's fine. We'll just store 1. That didn't work, did it? No. We'll just store 1 row for now, and then get more. Okay, so let's go deal with our power issues, because that's what's going to happen next. It's a very power-intensive build, obviously. Wow, our iron is backing up. Well, let's do something with it. Laser turrets, love it. Don't have any, but, you know. Seems like it'd be a good idea to have some. Let's go get some accumulators. I know you get 49 in a block, I'm pretty sure. Need those diamond tipped axes, man. That one's out too. One, two, three, four, five. There you go. Might as well squeeze two of these bad boys in. Or one. They shouldn't have to line. Oh, that was one down. They shouldn't have to overlap. Alright, now we have a lot more accumulators. Actually, charging the accumulators overnight. It's kind of ridiculous. Accumulators are charged. So we're not using the accumulators because the steam engines are kicking in. So I kind of would love the steam engines not to be on. Do I have combinators? I do. I need one of those. I need one of these. You're going to see some cool math. Catherine of Sky is the first one I saw do it quite like this. I think she got it from somebody else, but I don't remember who. In the new version... yeah, let's put it right here. It'll work fine. Because we have just enough space. In the new version... you can actually draw... on the circuit network. It's not connected, so we'll have to do that. But you could draw... let's see, what am I going to need? I'm going to need the percentage of these guys that are left. So... I'm going to need that to get to those. And it'll help me read anyway. That's going to go into here along with the output of this. These two things combine. The output of this is going to trim into this. The output of this is also going to go down. So I need a whole bunch of red, but I need green. I think I need 2 green, and then give me like 10 red. I think that's what I need. So the output of this is going to... okay, this is where I gotta think. Okay, so first things first. Parameters. We're gonna use the alpha parameter. Alpha is gonna what this is gonna be. So this has to hook into here as a number percentage, which is gonna be alpha. That's red. Okay, so that hooks into this. So now we can see it's gonna output. It's gonna read the charge level as a percentage from 0 to 100, and output A. It's gonna read A, and right now it's getting 100 because we have 100% charge. So then we need to output this 100% into here. Oh, no, this is going to decide if A is less than 10. Then you need to output A equals 1. We're building an SR latch here. All right, so then this is where the green comes in. So we get the green from the input of this, output of that rather, to the input of this. What this is going to do is this is going to say if it's going to multiply A times negative 25. Because when we get back up to 35%, we can turn the steam engines off again. And it's going to output also A equals, it's going to output A. Okay, So A equals 1 comes this way. This is going to output A. And what I need to do is I need to loop this back in from the output of this to the input of this. And what this is going to do is it's going to take the signal. It's going to give me a 1. It's always going to be a negative 25. So what happens is when this, say this goes down to 9. Okay, now 9 is less than 10. So it's going to trigger. This is say, okay, it's going to output 1. It's going to say, all right, A equals 1. And then A equals 1 into here. Now it's going to say negative 25. Negative 25 plus 10, because the way this works, they're both the same color, so it's the same network. So plus 10 equals negative 15. Or plus 9, I guess, would be negative 16. That's still way less, so it's still going to output 1. Okay? But as these charge up, eventually this is going to hit to 35. It's going to say 35 minus 25 equals 10. 10 equals 10. That's not true. Stop this. So it's going to stop outputting. A will equal 0. And what we do is that we're going to set these guys to read the condition of A equals 1, which we're going to use on the red channel coming out of this, into here, so that way it has space. And we're going to connect all the pumps together. I actually need 2 more red wires then. So refreshing to be able to do this from my pocket. And we're going to set all these things so that way they will only enable if alpha equals 1. So we're going to see here is very soon, or like right now, the steam engines are going to stop working. They're not working. They don't need to. We don't need them. We've got full capacity. So what's going to happen overnight now is that these will slowly be drained. As they drain off, the signal, like right now you can see we're getting a 0 signal. So we know that this is not outputting it because it's greater than. So this is going to work. But basically from 10 to 35%, and we could change it around to find the right ratio, but I like 10% as a number. And I think 35% works just fine. Let's get effectivity modules. It'd be nice to maybe start putting those into things. But we've essentially created a very simple RS latch. SR latch? RS, I think. I always forget the difference. But we've created a very, very simple latch that will make sure that these suckers are only running when we really need them to run, which is going to save fuel. It's going to save pollution, because these guys are zero-sum pollution, essentially, aren't they? Pretty sure. Yeah, they're zero-sum pollution. So we want to use these as much as possible and not anything else. So now we've essentially turned off our steam engines until we actually need them, which is beautiful. Efficiency 2. So we'll just go right up the line. All right, so that's been done. How many accumulators do I have? It doesn't say, actually, but that's fine. I don't really feel the need to make any more right now. Kind of feel at an impasse. How's our plastic? Plastic generation is good. Everything's kind of backed up right now. We need to start doing things, basically. And to expand. Eventually, we will want 2 copper lines coming, or 2 iron lines and 2 copper lines coming in. We certainly have the capacity for it, the technology for it. We just have to get there. Oh, this is done. That's done. What am I doing? Technology is what I'm doing. Efficiency 3s. Yep, we've got all that too, so we'll just go straight up to efficiency 3s and start plugging that into everything. And then we really won't have any power draw. So let's set them up, actually. So, making modules. Modules are where? They're in here in this game. 2 types of circuits. Oh, we're going to need processing units. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, we haven't done processing units yet. Okay, so we'll have to get to that in a moment as well. We don't even have level 3 assemblers. We should probably work on that for our next batch of science. You can't do that until you research speed modules. That's right, so we'll do that. Do we want to even bring in more iron? At this point, we don't really need more iron. Let's take a look at the map. Oil, we could get more oil there. There's iron 1, iron 2. Eventually, we've got copper. There's more coal. Let's build. Yeah, we got about 6 minutes. Let's build the terminal. Let's build Grand Central Station. Yeah, I am just gonna shoot all the trees until I run out of ammunition. Now, as it turns out, I learned in my hands-free Factorio, the way I set up my terminals is that I can actually output a train to any of the tracks if I wanted to. Up to 4. I can't go any wider than 4 tracks or it won't work. But up to 4 tracks, I can do anything. Yes, this is a waste of resources. Well, I mean, one man's waste is another man's treasure, really. What? Oh, there's just a tree in the way. I do appreciate this. This is kind of fun. I take probably way too much enjoyment out of this. It shouldn't be this entertaining, but it is. So what we have to do is come down here and then come into here. Really? It can't go that far? That gets me that at least. Plenty of signals. Then I really do want to come in from here and go down. I don't know where yet, but we're going to do that for sure. Alright. Well, let's shoot on all the interchanges later. Right now we just want to get things set up. This will be all of this level is going to be iron. All of that level will be copper, and then we'll have stone and coal as the third level. Excuse me. Still sick. I record a couple of these in a row, as you know. Don't mind me, just shooting the trees. It's like I'm shooting the breeze. Ah! This is a joke. Very effective. You always know exactly where you need to clear trees, thanks to this. That's what we want. Alright. I just have to get the signals on the far side of this, and then they'll stop complaining. It'll be fine. Alright, those should probably both be chain signals. Just to make sure everything through the chain is clear. Alright, now let's work on the cross stitches. Wait a minute. Why doesn't that line up? Oh, they're farther apart. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna move that then. That's not a problem. Okay, I get it. They're farther apart for a reason. Oh yeah, because this is the true spacing. I just screwed up the first one. That's fine. I like to be able to see what's going on here. So, oh, sorry about that. Sorry. It may not be able to work actually because of how I did this one. Oh no, it's still no, because it won't be enough. There won't be enough space. That's fine. That's fine. Come on. That's not right. That looks ugly. There will be no ugly rail in my network, if I can help it. There we go. That's nice. Some may argue I don't need to bother with chain signals throughout this whole thing, but I'd rather not screw it up. Not screw it up, but I'd rather make sure it's as clear as possible. This won't fit where this... Oh my god. The stations won't be in the same place. What happens when you don't do this correctly? Iron return. Alright, we're not ready to hook all of those together as iron return yet, but we will be. So what this means is that this is bollocksed up. Only 3 trains will fit in here. The 4th head won't fit. Oh, Christ. Same thing here, obviously. Well, we'll figure it out later. For now, we're going to call it there. I'm not on a track, so that's good. But how very foolish that I did not plan correctly for that. Well, I can move it, right? Because the turnaround won't be there anymore. We'll get rid of that, so the oil train's just going to have to go around the loop and deal with it. But that'll have to be next time, because we're out of time. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, though. If you did, click the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel to stay updated to everything that happens. And until next time, cheers.